Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Say Movie Night News. Say Goodnight Kevin News. News from Say Goodnight Kevin. Everything that everybody's ever wanted to know about Christian movies. That's the title of the show. Here we are once again, and what an exciting, juicy, news-filled episode that we have for you today. Because today we are talking strictly about the Kendrick Brothers. It's been a little while. It's been a hot minute since we've heard about the Kendrick Brothers. They put out what I would consider to be their least successful movie yet, Overcomer. It was their most expensive and it made the least return on their investment. It would seem that the Kendrick Brothers have recoiled. They've gone back into their hiding place deep down in Georgia with the devil. Not really, obviously. Of course, I'm not saying that they would hang out with the devil. They would hang out with the Lord. It's a reference to that song. They haven't been doing nothing. It seems that all of the brothers, Kendrick Brothers, Irwin Brothers, Big Brother, they are all working on documentaries.
And believe me, we will talk about those very soon, but first I really wanted to talk about this film.
This just announced several weeks ago, actually, the 10th anniversary release of Courageous. I saw the poster was released. I love when Christian movies do this, where they've got the people floating up in the heavens. It's not a type of thing that's done very often in Christian movies, but it is done every once in a while. I read on Alex Kendrick's Facebook,
We went back to the original footage, did a re-edit.
A re-edit? Well, who would have thought that a re-edit of Courageous would be a good idea? Me. I did a re-edit of Courageous many moons ago. There's a link in the description. We'll just do it that way. Did they steal my idea of re-editing Courageous and making it actually good? Probably. I wouldn't be the least bit surprised. What is this, though? You might be asking. I think the best way to understand what this is to check out the first look. Heart of Courageous Legacy.
So the trailer begins with this Spanish guitar.
I got the phone call just out of the blue in the morning from Stephen Kendrick.
As if Puss in Boots is about to have a dance fight.
I said hello, and he goes, Robert?
Javi!
We're coming up on 10 years since Courageous came out.
What? That was 10 years ago already?
You mean Courageous is coming back? What?
So we thought, would it be interesting to re-release the movie?
And we realized no.
What if we made a new ending to the film and showed where people were 10 years later?
And he goes, we're getting the band back together.
I'll tell you what, am I excited about this? Sure. Why not? Getting the band back together. This is probably the most courageous aspect of this. If I'm being honest, I love to do this. I love to just cut in the middle of a trailer and give my little opinions. To me, as much as Courageous was all over the place, so many different stories going on, as I've said, I do think Javi's story is the most interesting. My re-edit was basically just taking Javi's story and cutting it together the way I thought would have worked, and I think it makes a nice little short film. The other thing about Courageous is it is a movie that's telling fathers to be fathers. I think I said when I reviewed it, I'm like, I was hesitant to review this because that's a sentiment I can definitely agree with. Men stepping up and being men and raising your darn kids. Did they portray it perfectly in the movie? I don't think so. Again, I think Javi's journey is the most interesting. It's not my least favorite Kendrick Brothers movie as like a message goes. It's one of my least favorites as far as heart. I felt like Facing the Giants and Flywheel, as cheesy and corny and silly as those movies could be, they're charming. They're sweet. They're sweet movies, and then I completely forgot about Fireproof. Is this the movie I think they should go back to 10 years later? Sure, I guess so.
Finally, he let the cat out of the bag and told me what the story was.
Should I say this on screen?
Yes, coming to theaters. October 15th, 10th anniversary Courageous Legacy.
The same principles and truths presented in Courageous 10 years ago were just as applicable today.
It's more important today, I think, than it even was when it was released 10 years ago.
Is it more important?
Or a bunch of kids are always coming up to me when Courageous first came out.
Kids on the street, they're just coming up to me and be like,
Man, Javi, when I'm a dad, I'm going to have kids.
And now I see these same kids, and they've got their own kids.
Look, I was 10 years old when Courageous first came out, and now I have a 10-year-old.
do that math in your head.
Any social ill that you can think of typically goes back to fathers being absent out of the home.
As the prison population is on the rise, as the opioid addiction is on the rise,
As Skywalker is on the rise,
As the Dark Knight is on the rise,
as the Silver Cobra is on the rise, as the Guardians are on
as
the
the
rise,
Machines is on
as
the
Kawashi is on the rise, as a Bad Moon is on the rise, as Dogecoin is.
Oh no, never mind.
even more so, we need men to step up and to provide, protect, lead, comfort, teach their families.
And the only way that'll happen is with this movie.
We've just gone through a pandemic.
They said the thing.
And I think Courageous can help resolve some of the feelings that people have.
And also, I feel like it gives us the ability to actually put together a movie when we're not able to get out and shoot a movie.
But there are things that we have to be reminded of. So we thought, would it be interesting to re-release the movie?
This is like when Linkin Park put out all those live albums and remix albums and Jay-Z albums.
What if we re-edited the film? What if we added in some cool drone shots? What if we reworked in some deleted scenes that no one has seen yet?
Why do they have to go in and add CGI scenes and stuff? Alex and Stephen Kendrick just can't leave our favorite movies alone. Leave the classics alone, okay? You're ruining my childhood!
The new ending is going to have some twists that people are going to love and cheer for when they see it.
They're gonna be amazed. It'll be a new era of peace throughout the land. The new ending of Courageous will change everything.
That was fun.
I imagine right before that, Alex, please, we need something for the behind-the-scenes bonus feature. That was fun, I guess. I just want to go home and be a father.
That was fun.
To this day, my family still jokingly will call me Snake King or Javi.
Snake King.
My wife uses that all the time, just like my screen wife did.
I tried to tell you, Carmen.
Javier for me is a standard.
It's gonna give the audience a lot of callbacks.
It's profound, it's fun.
We know it's fun, we heard.
That was fun. I don't know of another movie that's been made where you get to see a fresh version of the same movie where you get to follow these same characters 10 years later.
That happens all the time, Alex. Ever heard of Star Wars?
It's like watching the movie for the very first time.
Except you know what's gonna happen. Oh, wait. Yeah, okay, you're right. The sermon in the movie is 4 times as long. It's just amazing. Oh man, if this trailer is any indication, this movie is gonna be even longer. And if it's one thing a Kendrick Brothers movie needs, it's to be longer. Dun 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 dun. Well, fun. I didn't know the movie was PG-13. What? Cool. All right, well, fine. I'll watch it. I'm sure this would be fun. Maybe I'll do an entire new review of Courageous 10th Anniversary Legacy Edition. Good job. Glad you guys put something together. And this has been Say Goodnight Movie Night Kevin News, your source for the best Christian news that you could ever imagine seeing. Thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you all later. This has been quite the journey, and I'm glad you guys got to go on the journey with me. Maybe next time we'll listen to Journey. All right, I'll talk to you later. Good night.
Homeschooled and I'm out, grew the fit.